Find out the latest stop on Senator Barack Obama's campaign trail coming up next on WMLT.
And the Clinton campaign isn't lying down in West Virginia either. Stay tuned. WMLT starts right now. Welcome to WMLT News. I'm Matt Kerbway.
And I'm Josh Kerbway, and I'm no way related to this guy. Barack Obama's recent surge in the polls has voters all across the nation more intrigued than ever, and West Virginians are no different. Rudy Raines attended Obama's recent speech at the University of Charleston to find out more about this unique candidate.
Obama! That's right, President!
That seemed to be the main opinion from most people who attended Senator Barack Obama's speech at the University of Charleston. Obama's shirts and hats adorned the Golden Eagle campus to show support for the presidential hopeful. The crowd wasted no time in showing exactly where their hope was placed, and Governor Manchin was happy to see his fellow West Virginians so involved.
We're going to be a major player in this campaign.
Senator Jay Rockefeller was also quick to add his support to this unique campaign.
I just could not sit on the sideline.
But of course, the main event was Barack Obama, and he wasted no time in addressing the war in Iraq.
We were told higher estimates were nothing but baloney. Like so much else about this war, we were not told the truth.
Senator Obama thinks that showing up at college campuses like the University of Charleston will help increase the number of college voters that show up the day of election. UC student Matt LeFew agreed that one of Obama's strongest assets is the ability to motivate young voters.
After his speech, I was able to get up to the front of the line, tooth and nail, but I got there. And, I shook his hand and I told him I was very proud of him for the way that he had gotten the college kids out to vote, which I think is really, really important for candidates to do.
The American people will have a real choice in November between change and more of the same, between giving the Bush policies another 4 years or bringing them to an end. That is the choice the American people deserve.
And the people of West Virginia will have the opportunity to make their choice May 13th in their primary. For WMLT News in Charleston, I'm Rudy Raines.
And just an interesting tidbit, after attending Obama's speech at UC, Matt LeFew, that you saw there, decided to become an intern in the Obama campaign here in West Virginia.
Hillary Clinton's campaign has also made its way to West Virginia. Her husband and former president, Bill Clinton, visited the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center to speak on behalf of his wife.
Clinton campaign supporters filed into the Beckley-Raleigh County Armory in droves to see former President Bill Clinton's campaign rally.
She can't be the nominee, and she can be the president, and you can do it.
Former President Clinton discussed his wife's stances on such topics as the need for clean fuel, energy dependence, economic and healthcare reform, and the ineffectiveness of FEMA.
This is a great country, but we're in a bad fix right now.
Clinton's emphasis on the need for change roused many in attendance.
I really like the way Bill explained all of Hillary's plans and everything. Bill, you know what? I'm ready to vote for Bill Clinton.
I like that he explained a lot of his wife's views, and I learned a lot about what she stands for, and I really think we need to get rid of the No Child Left Behind Act.
Reporting from Beckley for WMLT News, I'm Sean Miser.
And just a few weeks prior to Bill Clinton's visit in Beckley, his wife and presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton paid a visit to Capitol High School in Charleston.
One of the hot topics during this presidential race is the war in Iraq. An independent journalist visited our Concord campus to share his firsthand views. Aaron Barnett has more.
About 4,000 Americans dead, and 6 years later, and the war in Iraq is still under much criticism. Mike Shiley, an independent journalist, shared his documentary, Inside Iraq, The Untold Stories, to students and faculty here at Concord University. With no prior journalist experience, Shiley smuggled into Iraq, posing as an ABC reporter, using a fake press pass, amateur equipment, and a bulletproof vest.
And the problem about with making a film about the war in Iraq, as opposed to making a film about any other country, is that Iraq is the most dangerous country in the world.
So why would anyone take this risk?
Well, when I saw on TV, the military, the media, everybody, number one, characterizing Arabs as terrorists, showing an overall lack of understanding of the culture of the Arab world, number two. And number three, my personal quest to see history being made, politics being made.
Shiley's 95-minute film encouraged reaction from an audience of around 200.
The argument seemed to be that it was just economical, which I agree with. People are hungry. If people don't have work, they're going to, turn to extremism and start shooting people. I completely agree with that.
And no matter what the reactions, Shiley had only one specific message.
Yeah, I think that what I want people to come out of this with is that what needs to happen in Iraq in the future is not about the military, it's about the people. It's a human solution, not a military solution.
The documentary is available at www.InsideIraqTheMovie.com. From Athens, I'm Erin Barnett.
Racial tension was high last week at Princeton Senior High School due to accusations against a group of students. Parents and students claim there is a gang calling themselves the Crazy White Boys attacking and insulting African American students. Parents assembled throughout the week to protest the discrimination peacefully. School administrators are currently looking into the possibility of racism in the classroom.
A Mercer County State Trooper was shot and wounded in the neck on Friday evening by 32-year-old Steve Branscombe, a Barron Springs resident. Branscombe is believed to have stolen at least 2 vehicles, including a black Ford Tempo and a dark blue Ford F-150 pickup. Branscombe has attempted to disguise himself by cutting his hair and was last seen wearing a dark blue t-shirt and blue jeans. He is 6 feet tall and weighs approximately 185 pounds. A reward is being issued for any information that may lead to finding Branscombe, who is considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information, please call 1-800-542-5959. Coming up after the break, we'll catch you up on sports
and tell you about the hairiest beauty pageant you will ever see. Stay tuned.
The Mountain Lion track team recently hosted the Concord Invitation track meet, hoping to build on an already strong season. Our own Brian Arnold was there.
On Friday, March 28th, Concord University welcomed track and field teams from across the region for the Concord Invitational.
We have Wesleyan, Glenville, University of Pitt Johnstown's bringing their women's team, and us.
The Concord Invitational saw both the men's and women's teams sprinting away with the win. But victory is nothing new for Concord, as this season, 5 men and 2 women have been named All-Conference.
It was a real solid fall, and we've been doing real well here in the spring.
And as for the athletes?
Overall, I think everyone thinks they can do better, but I think everyone's happy with what they've done so far, and we're just all looking forward to making progress in the future as a team and as individuals.
But to some, these accolades mean nothing without a conference title.
Who cares whatever happens tonight? It's all what happens in conference, go for that championship.
And many seem to feel that championship is in reach.
As a whole, the team's done quite well this year, and we have a shot at definitely winning the conference.
And many of Concord's athletes feel they would not be in this position without the leadership of Coach Mike Cox.
He's really laid back, he's real easygoing, but he's very serious about what he does. And he definitely knows his stuff.
An experienced runner himself, Coach Mike Cox competed last year in the Olympic trials.
To make the trials and to be the top American, in such a big race, in Chicago, on a really extremely hot day, and run a personal best time was I couldn't ask for anything better than that.
But one thing's for sure, Coach Cox won't let his personal racing interfere with his team's goals.
And we got our big conference meet here in 28 days from now, so that's what we're pretty much gearing up towards.
For WMLT in Athens, I'm Brian Arnold.
Every March, millions of people fill out their brackets for the NCAA tournament in hopes of avoiding all those surprising upsets. We asked some Concord students how their brackets were holding up and who they wanted to win it all.
I picked all 4 number ones to go to the Final Four. My first round was really good. Second round, not so much. Third round just kept getting worse. I had Clemson going on a big run, and that didn't go through for me.
Not very good. Probably the worst year I've ever had. A lot of losses in the first and second round.
I'm doing very bad. The only team I have left is Kansas.
UNC is going to win it all.
UCLA is my team to win it.
I have North Carolina winning it, and thankfully they're still in it.
I have Kansas winning it all.
Concord's Artist Lecture Series has brought a lot of interesting performers to the Campus Beautiful. In a recent show, local artists from the Riff Raff Arts Collective in Princeton were invited to perform. Sean Miser has more.
Tuesday, March 18th, the Concord Fine Arts Division brought in a show like they never had before. An evening with the Riff Raff featured local artists that frequent the Riff Raff Arts Collection in Princeton.
Brought in singers, songwriters, musicians, and poets from Princeton area, Athens, Mercer County area. Some of them young people, some of them older people, a variety of people, and we did the music that our people right here are making.
The show was headlined by Option 22. I spoke with band member and co-owner of the Riff Raff, Lori McKinney.
With Option 22 tonight, that's our original music ensemble. There's 3 of us at the time, Robert, myself, and Albert, and we are really influenced by world sounds. We really like to mix it up and just bring in influences from whatever we hear, whatever we appreciate, just kind of mix it in a pot of stew.
The Riff Raff isn't just a home for live music. They have many programs to offer to the community.
We have dance classes, modern dance and yoga classes during the week, acting classes, music theater performance classes. We've got a drumming group, a social drumming group with hand drums, and then the weekends host the music from out of town, and then or some local acts also. And then Monday night is our open stage night.
There are plenty more exciting shows planned for the Alexander Fine Arts Center.
On April 2nd, the St. Louis Brass, which should be really entertaining. They're a fun group. Mickey Giovanni, poet. On the 14th of April, that's at 1 o'clock. The other show's at 8.
With WMLT, I'm Sean Miser.
Alpha Sigma Alpha recently hosted one of the more bizarre events held on Concord's campus to help raise money for a worthy cause. Amanda Peeney has more.
I'm here in Concord University's ballroom where Alpha Sigma Alpha held its 2nd annual Womanless Beauty Pageant. 16 lovely contestants came out to sing, dance, and even twirl fire in order to raise the most donations for charity. One lucky contestant ended up going home with the crown.
It feels pretty good, except for the fact that a lot of people the past couple days have been referring to me as Ginger and not John, and they've asked where my crown is and stuff like that. But it was for a good cause, so it was all right.
The competition became increasingly intense, leaving some ladies to become physical in the race for the crown. The talent variety ranged from a group beatboxing to one contestant showing the audience different techniques to get limber. Sister Odell, a crowd favorite, also brought the energy by delivering a religious sermon. Many Concord students came out to support their favorite queen as well as to donate to the S. June Smith Center. It was a great show for a great cause. Amanda Peeney, WMLT, Athens.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. For my brother Matt and the rest of WMLT, tune in next time.